ask on my ass.
Hi. What are we what are we looking at? Not your father's root beer, which means I get to use this.
Where's the little green guy one?
What the fuck is the little green guy? Wow. Perfect timing.
Low crawling?
You want this
that
one?
That one.
You want this one or the SBR one?
SBR one.
The barrel's broke off.
Oh, okay. Oh, is he hiding from the ATF?
He doesn't care. Can't make this shit up.
That's the only way we get anywhere.
You know what I played yesterday?
Multiple?
The over-under game. You take this one for the night, or do you pass on her and take the next that you don't know about?
I thought it would have been Matt. Overserved or underserved?
Pretty much always over. Okay, so it's not your father's root beer. I think we didn't review this ever before. Fuck if I care. Wait a second. It smells like root beer. Now, if I would have looked over and you were spitting it back in the bottle, wait a second.
So you saw that? Holy shit. Why is there a bulge in your pants?
It's a first. It's my keys. My Irish fucker.
Got a very big bulge then.
It's an innie. Show. It's a grower, not a shower. I don't have to suffer those inconveniences.
Well, apparently it's early in the season then.
I don't have to suffer those inconveniences like a dick in my way. I have an excuse. This is his first drink.
I'm always goofy.
On the way back from the range, I decided, and I was not lying when I said I'd get that again. So guess what? They had this in another flavor. I don't even know what the other flavor is. Orange. Yeah, I reviewed something without you. I think I did you a huge favor though.
I don't think I bought that, did I?
Surly 16. No, it's an Imperial Red Ale with strawberry and raspberry. On the face of the box, it really sounds good. I gave it an 8, but I just don't know if
On a scale of 1 to 20?
I gave it an 8 on a scale of 1 to 1,000. It was, you've had Dogfish Head aged? Now imagine that bitter with a bitter raspberry and a bitter strawberry flavor. Like dry bitter, not as in our sours or anything like that. No, it's just... Okay, a very fast recap, and I'm going to start with number 1, and that is this frickin' monster. This thing, I don't know if you could limp wrist it. I don't know if you could make it fail. I will tell you though, if I was to do a comparison video on the 3 guns out today, the Kimber, the Performance Center, and this looks like you're shooting an underpowered 9mm. It's just, it has half or even 3/4 the felt recoil of a ported 10mm.
I could see why. I could see why, because frankly, if I went fishing and I need an anchor, I could just tie a rope on this. And then I'd probably have to cut the rope because I couldn't lift it.
This feels like a piece of sponge cake compared to a bowling ball. But when you're shooting it,
I can see why the recoil would be very, very...
There's no recoil. This thing has no fucking recoil. And you got 14 plus 1 rounds. This one gets it by 1 round, and I am very, very happy. I took this red dot that I actually, as it to be, in all fairness, ended up being a gift from Matt. But I took this out of the box, stuck it on here, turned it on, and went, you know what? This is lining up perfect, co-witnessing with the front dot and shooting. If the red dot was on the steel plate rang. My first shots ever, I hit the plate 14 out of 15 times, and I have no excuse for pulling one. And that thing is just a frickin' tack driver. That just only Matt missed. I really did like shooting this, but if this gun goes along with any other 10mm, it's gonna wreck it for everybody. Unless you have a small hand, you do need a good grip for that. I mean, look at how, and this is a medium large. I can make this thing feel even smaller because the smallest grip doesn't have the beaver tail. But when you can, oh my God. This thing.
That thing is stainless. Stainless.
You could shoot this thing all day long and be happy.
As long as you can keep your arms up.
Today, there was 7 or 8 mags put through this, and the only person, me, and the only problem was it doing this with rounds in the mag. To me, I tried left-hand shooting it, thinking that maybe I'm pushing up on the slide release. I tried to limp wrist it. That didn't make it fail. I tried locking. That didn't make it fail. But when I just shot like I shot any other gun that I shoot, it was locking back multiple times on a live round. And Matt put three mags through this, or 4 mags through this, and it was not a single fail. Not a single fucking fail. So I don't know what I'm doing different on this, but the problem, I don't know if it was the extractor or if it just needed some break-in time. But in anybody's hands but mine, this is good to go. That's fine. But smart money, it was a good damn day. This thing is a blast to shoot, and this thing is just. I'm sorry. I'm at a point where I can't even talk about this without getting an erection. This thing is just. This after now having gone to the proving grounds. This is. My favorite of all of the 10mm, and of the if you were to even narrow it down amongst the original group that ever came out, there's if you ever good luck on the fact that there was 978 made, but if you ever get a chance to get your hands on one of these, do so. And if you get your chance to get your hands on one of those and you don't want it, imagine dual wielding these. By the way, the 2 of these were featured in the movie Heat. A blued one and a stainless one.
So why were so few made? Now can you get that in 9? Is that just the 10mm that only that many were made, or are there a lot more made in 9mm?
You know, I'm sorry, I can't answer that question because I know that they made it in 10 and 45. I don't know about 9mm.
How about 45, where there were a lot made in 45?
I'll have to get back to you. I need to do some more research on this because I basically did what I'd call the shooting portion of the video today. I'd like to talk about a little bit more. Be nice to. I mean, obviously, this gun is not new. The problem is I don't want to take any action to it. But I never pointed anything out on this before. If you were to really critique it, it has like one little tiny mark right there. I mean, you got to keep in mind this gun has been around more than some of the people that are watching this video. This side's pretty good. There's a few scuffs here and there on it. You don't have to worry about an idiot scratch by the way it comes apart. You actually push the pin all the way through to the other side and it's locked back. Probably the worst thing I can even declare about the whole gun is right there. And because it's shiny, that might be the easiest place to take a mark out of it, but I'm not even going to try, because I remember trying to take some holster marks out of Ed's gun, which has this look to it, and by the time I was done, all I did was made it shiny, and they stand out more, and I don't want to touch.
Can I see that real quick?
I don't want to touch anything on it.
That finish. That's almost like they put it in like a, almost like a sandblasted finish, a wet blasted.
It almost has lines to it that follow the flow of the gun. And I think if I were to actually take anything to it, I'd just make it shiny. And I was like,
well, here's the only thing you could do would be to even out the finish. And with that, it would be...
take the whole thing over to the buffer wheel.
Holy shit. Not that.
Those veins. No, I'm just pointing out that if you were to critique it down to the anything, I mean, you consider the age of this thing and the fact that it's been enjoyed. I mean, just the fact that there's the wear from its lockup, but I don't think it's had a lot of rounds through it. I think and I don't understand how you could own this and not put a lot of rounds through it. If I have 10 millimeter ammo with me and I'm going to go out to the range, I would always want to bring this thing with me. I mean, I like the way that it feels in your hand. Now, granted, if you were to talk about, if you're gonna go do a burnout day at the health club, and don't take this as your carry gun that day. Wait a second. Oh shit! It's kind of
like if you can fucking lift that thing up and hold it, I ain't fucking with you.
It's kind of like shooting the. Oh. Wait a second. I guess I wasn't totally on the up and up on this guy. This mag, if you can read what that says, and it starts with a K, that mag was a lock back on a live round, and this mag, it never happened to Eric.
What's that?
A brand new Kimber mag, it locked open with a live round in it. In other words, you've got 8 rounds. Shot 1, no problem. Shot 2, and you notice that the mag is locked back. You got a live round. All you do is close it and keep shooting. That happened on the Kimber mag.
And that shouldn't have happened.
That never. That's just it. But it never happened to Matt with the Kimber mag. It always happened to me with the Kimber mag, but it didn't happen to me with the Colt mag. So, and then it was so fucking hot, and the bugs were driving me crazy. I didn't get a chance to try the Mekgar, or I have a Wilson Combat. But you'd think if you made the goddamn gun and sent the mags with it. I do not know if this is the one that came with the gun or if this is the brand new one that NIHAP sent me. So, all I know is for right now, I am keeping the Colt Delta Elite mag with it, because I know that if I need this gun for personal defense, that it runs for me now successfully. Okay. Oh wow. Miles, why did you not finish my job before we started this? I didn't even.
Because I'm just here to drink and fucking.
I didn't even see how many comments we had. 54? Are you?
Are those all on this review, or are they also the Patreons?
That number reflects.
We already discussed that.
That number reflects this video.
Oh,
First,
what? Before we start, I'm going to show you something, Eric.
Podium whiff, DFC. You're not podium whiff. You're number 1.
I went to a rum sale the other day, and just next door, that was sitting there.
See, here's how I feel about that.
No, I did not buy it.
You got me on everything, but keep those handlebars, but lower the goddamn risers.
You know what? Sitting out like this would actually be all right, but there was paint chips on the forks. There's no front fender. It was big board cammed.
Did you see that again? Oh no, that's totally Hector.
Big board cammed. He said the tuner in it had a stumble at low RPM, but once you hit higher RPM, the thing was like a missile.
Don't all Harleys have a stumble at low RPMs?
Well, it was a kind of a flat spot, he said, in the acceleration.
Oh, that's different.
He said that he couldn't get it tuned out. He wasn't comfortable messing with the tuner to get it tuned out. And I'm like, yeah, you gotta understand, at a certain point in time...
Can't you always go backwards? When we were syncing the carbs on Vivian, we could have gone in any direction and got back to the right thing. And we had twice as many cylinders to work with.
Well, that's a fuel-injected bike, too, but the...
That is?
Yeah. He wanted 6,500 for it, and it's a 2007? It's a sharp bike, but Christ, I got nowhere to put it right now.
How about a little Oriental cuisine? Oh, Nandiska. I wonder what that bush tastes like.
I ever have to go to China to slit some fucking throats.
Does that look weird or what?
I'm gonna slit them with a round fucking slit. Cut their throat round instead of fucking send a message.
Don't go in the red on us.
Hmm?
Might come in the red.
Mm.
Fucking Captain Inappropriate. Did it have gook on it? Shut up, you fucking idiot. Salty says first naked. Did this thing not scan back far enough? You're not first naked. You're second naked. Get it right. DFC says getting a whiff. Multi-Gunman says you're always first in my books as long as you're naked. And Mr. 27 says fourth naked here. Bad? Greetings, Captain. Then he says you should do donations for a new co-host. Seems how I'll say the same thing to both of them. Did either one of you see my comment? That neither one of you can do a brew review until you've made up. Yet here you are. Fuck. I figured I was fucked either way because we already had a thing for today and Matt's off tomorrow. Hey, by the way, I'd like to... Matt, if you see this, you have to tell Charlie that I got a guy that gave a like to the short for the Mega Star because he goes, I saw Marvin in the background. So Tardisius and Charlie, thanks. That's the OG one there.
Did Charlie give you that one?
Yeah, he did that.
What?
He hand does that. He uses this tablet, and then Matt had it printed off.
Holy shit.
The caveat was he put the Enterprise in there for me.
Holy shit, that's some fucking talent.
This, though, this is a drop-down menu that automatically shows up on his tablet, and for some reason, you can't print without getting that. And I was like, you don't need an explanation. It's like a space station, or it's an anal pill. But yeah, that is not traced. That's Charlie hand doing it.
That's some fucking talent.
Of course, Odysseus, that's not only a painting, but he also carves. And if, I'm gonna knock Marvin down. Sorry, Marvin. You can see how long I've had this.
Holy shit.
That's how long me and Tardisius have been friends. And yet we've never talked.
Don't start, because you didn't stop at people's houses when you went out freaking east.
We mean like the big one, Stalker Steve. We haven't been. We can no longer be friends because of that. Paul, Hazman 440. I think I drove close enough to Paul's house I could have yelled. Of course, Smile Money and EMT Rail Fan.
Smile Money,
Have you read the directions on those, by the way? You're supposed to set the thing for 4 minutes. Do not use the popcorn button.
Nope, I always set mine for time. And then listen.
That's why they say 4 minutes. Some microwaves can be 4. Some microwaves can be 1:30. This is a...
Sounds like premature population.
She was a personal favorite, the one before this one. Okay. Bad. Oh, sorry, I already read that one. We don't want to insult Miles by saying it again. He said you should do auditions for a new... I don't want to do audition. I used to enjoy doing this I didn't need Miles or Matt. No offense to either one of them, but you may notice that I have no problems talking for like 4 hours to myself. That is our record for Locked and Loaded, over 4 hours. So last night, or Friday, I was thinking about maybe going some extra innings, and I go, John, out of curiosity, when is the next show booked? He like turns his mic camera around, and it was booked for 1 minute and 32 seconds from now. Never mind, we're not going extra innings. Boy, I tell you, as the world turns upside down, you know how hard John actually aborted uploading the Quickie with Ms. B? Because he couldn't get an upload after Biden got up and walked off of the CNN set.
Fucking really? It was that jammed?
I tell you what, I bet you by the end of the year, something major happens. Even the liberals are now looking for an opportunity to, if he doesn't fall down a set of stairs and die on his own, I don't know.
No, they're not going to do that, because then Kamala Harris is fucking president.
Horace. Camilla, Horace all. Have you seen the amount of time?
I can't see enough that her presidency would probably suck dick.
For real. For reals.
It would blow.
Continuously.
In her mouth.
Didn't skirt sub comment. You like David Brown or J-Dog? J-Dog is going to be here tomorrow, by the way. And if the weather's nice, I may or may not lose the financial income of tomorrow. It's going to be hard not to get on Vivian for the entire day. I haven't done that in the time that I've owned her.
I'm going fishing tomorrow, and then I'm going to Hinkley.
I'm going to work either way. Christine goes, just go for a couple of hours, hon, and do whatever you want the rest of the time. She goes, we always financially figure this shit out. If we have to sell some nudes of Joey, Hector buys them.
Better idea. Better idea. Tell people, send me money, or I'll send you nudes of Joey.
Okay. There's two things that just went down right there, Miles. One, I got sick, and two, I'm a visual thinker.
I will give you $5 not to send me nudes to Joey.
I think I just got root beer in my fucking eyes. Like, it didn't come out my mouth. It came through my eyes. I did a Carol Burnett. Greg's wife could blow milk. Put milk in her mouth and blow it through her eye ducts.
His current wife?
No, not the current wife.
I wonder how that worked with semen. Ah, you got it in my eye, but I nutted in your mouth.
I'm gonna go really out on a limb and say there is not gonna be one in the next 3 girls that I would take over her.
She's not even a real redhead. You see her roots.
Damn it! It's the Russian girl. I'm still sticking with what I said.
There's a gal up at the vet center that would pass for a bodybuilder.
Fuck, when did that happen? Did you get both of those? Fucking popcorn hooker. Welcome to the Food Network. Oh, jeez. I didn't think another redhead would show up on this. I don't know if she's a real redhead either, but I'm okay with some good fake. You know what I should do in my time in one of the next 2 days is sit down and try to decipher this whole fucking mag situation and holster situation. You ever want watermelon?
I do now. So Eric, kind of weird. So, what was it? Last week it rained. The one day when I went at work, right? And I had to go into the store afterwards, and I walk into it was Thursday. I walk into Quick Trip to grab something to drink before I go to my appointment. I walk, I'm like, what the fuck is that in my pocket? I'm like, holy shit, I'm cold. It's my nipple.
I thought these were 2 different things. 1911 9mm 10 rounder and 1911 9mm 10 rounder. Oh my god. Sorry I blew up earlier, world. I needed this earlier. I couldn't find it. And then I blame Miles. Just because he wasn't here. Just kidding, I didn't blame you. Oh, since you're here, you found some goodies. Some that we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
And some that I actually...
Green Follower magazine. That's yours.
Gonna do what you taught me to do. I'm gonna pop the bottom off and I'm gonna put a...
The pull on it. I know this thing here got kind of shitty, but you probably put another piece of shrink tubing on it. It's a nice little lanyard there. Just the leash.
Except for I might scratch the gun. But in case I'm skydiving with a Megastar on my side, nice outfit.
And then you got the issue lanyard for the 9mm. That'd go real good with Phil's gun here. Right here.
Let's put that in the box with it. I knew what everything that I found was, except for one item. And I was wondering if this had anything to do with any of the rest of that.
It does, kind of, sort of.
Okay.
You know what that is?
No go or go.
Headspace and timing gauge for a M2 heavy barrel 50 cal. This, however,
Where's the timing happen?
The timing is so that the so basically you're spinning in the barrel on threads, and it's got the individual locking lugs that as you turn it in, you got to press a lever. And
is it like an AK?
No,
It's not a D10.
it's a spring detent, yeah, but it's as you spin in the barrel into the bolt or into the bolt carrier assembly.
Yeah.
You're spinning it in, and it click, 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 and then this you're supposed to turn it in so many times, then back it off a little bit, and you put this in.
I noticed
between the barrel.
I noticed there's a big difference between go and no go.
In between,
So
yep.
There's obviously some.
It's 0.04 of an inch. That's not a lot. That's like a sheet of paper.
Well,
but you slide that in.
You have an Irish penis.
I know you do. But you slide that in and it fits, and then you slide this in and this fits in there, no go, you have to crank it in one more click. And then the timing, you take and you.
The timing is the one that's the huge difference.
So it has been. It's 2023. It was 2008 when I last touched a 50 cal. 15 years now. But you pull back this, and you slide this between the no fire gauge in between the.
You're just telling where the carrier must rest.
The carrier and the barrel. You set this so that this goes on the barrel, and the carrier, you let it ride forwards. You try and depress the butterflies, should not fire. You then pull it back, flip it over to the fire gauge, slide it in there, let it ride forwards, depress the butterflies, fires. You know the timing is correct. That means the barrel has come forwards far enough to be able to fire without it being too far out.
Blowing the fucking thing up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if it isn't... It's like 82,000 PSI that's taking...
I don't even fucking know. But this, Eric...
It's a lot.
This is a cartridge extractor. So if you do blow the fucking end off, you blow the backside off the damn thing, you put this in there and you can extract the cartridge.
So that holds on to an empty 50 cal round?
This goes into the ass end of a 50 cal round that's had the ass end blown off because you didn't have your fucking headspace and timing right.
Basically, you don't want to ever have to use that tool.
Never.
Unless you weren't the one firing the rifle. He just came over and moved the dead guy out of the way.
Yeah, by then they've already moved that guy out of the way.
Nice.
I don't know what this is for, but it was a dummy round or something.
That's a...
Don't ask where it came from.
I can tell you what it looks like. It looks like a Mosin Nagant round. It's a rimmed cartridge. And it looks like it was always intended to be a dummy round. One way to find out if it's innate or not, we'll just put it in my Mosin.
Basement pop?
Pull the trigger.
Basement pop?
You know, I guess as long as where it seats, it's a little bit bigger. But this is my high pressure round. In case you really want to make a good basement pop. You want to try one right now in the Megastar?
So speaking of basement pop, apparently my mom, when she was a kid, her and her brother clamped a shotgun shell in a vise and decided to hit the end of it with a fucking hammer. I guess her mom came downstairs with her hair fucking standing on fucking end.
Your mom or your sister?
My mother did that.
And they were what, just frozen in time? Standing next to a vise with a hammer?
Shit happens that quick.
Cheap old gun guy. This is still a sub-comment from like the third fucking total comments. You might lose Matt and Miles to Slengoli?
Svengoolie.
He's doing auditions too. Is there a connection? Bad. Grab 'em by the clam. Love that hat. How about... Thanks, Bad. Multi-Gunman. I'm in early again. That's 2 days in a row winning. Believe that qualifies for whiskey.
I want to see if my instructor realizes I'm fucking lit when I'm doing my video.
Mr. 27 says N357s. Multi-gun guy says especially 357 Magnums. And then he says back to him, and if you're feeling generous, 10 millimeter and 12 gauges. Is this like a live thing?
No. What I was gonna say is when we do it. So I have to do a video explaining some shit about a particular firearm for class, and so I have to have my face first, introduce who I am, all that stuff, and then we go ahead and we click it up here and we do all the work right here, so that.
Just to impress the guy, you want me to lay out some of the most rare shit?
Just some crazy shit around it, yeah, as we're doing it.
A laser aim, a Megastar, pictures of Joey's mom.
Those aren't fucking rare. Everybody's got that shit.
Just get Joey's sister. We had to update.
I got that shit too.
I apologize.
I've had those so long I got them in the mail.
This 27 says 7th. That's not good. Then he says, nice intro, Burbomi Cop. Then he says, nice big cans on the intro, babe. Clyde says, here. Rich says, cheers all. Poco says, just missed dinner. Hot Italian sausage and a tossed hoagie bun and tossed pesto. Mozzarella, provolone topped with tomato and fresh basil. That really, this sounds better, but that sounds okay. Poco, pass on the skinny girl, you've been dropped on your head. J-Dog, here at work. J-Dog, we need to talk about the possible plans for tomorrow if the weather is nice. Obviously, if the weather sucks, I might as well just get paid for the whole day. Poco, this turning into a shoot-a-palooza? No, it can't turn into a shoot-a-palooza. I don't... Damn it, Jim. I'm just a gynecologist. Poco, just a 2-day drive. Poco, they're both right and wrong. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. See, here's the problem. For sure, I need accommodations for her and Sharky. Sharky is the guest of honor. He calls the ball. No pun intended. Then we got Rich, Jeremy, and Caitlin. Jeremy and Caitlin also will always call the ball. And then anybody after, we've already had some massive concerns for the bedroom in your camper, and I try to explain to them that I've seen it. This is not a concern.
What, the cleanliness?
Well, yeah, it looks fairly new.
I'll go buy new sheets. And there better not be any fucking stains on them afterwards.
And the ceiling fan. And the front window, which is on completely the other side of the camper.
If he can shoot that fucking far, have at it.
Might be an award. Mike says cheers.
Fuck with
man.
that, he might have to register that thing with the ATF. As a short-barreled rifle.
And Guinness. It's my money.
That's a shit stout beer, you know that, right?
Guinness?
Guinness, I can't.
Guinness is the darkest beer with no flavor ever created. That's my ruling on
It's
it.
the cardboard of beer.
Smile Money says, what you tried to fix something and it failed. So that was a so-called Chinese spy balloon Biden shot down? Smile Money, those beer girls are people and have feelings. You know, your reaction could leave emotional scars.
They're going to feel it when I shove it in their ass.
Hector says, Eric is an emotional scar.
Hey, Eric, what's the difference between jam and jelly? I don't want to jelly it in their ass. Oh, this one here, Eric, this one's failed already.
Yeah, I almost failed right here. I almost got a little on your leg.
Fuck. Whoa! Like Matt's sister, a double bagger. Seriously.
One's empty,
One's empty.
just like Joey's sister. Smile Money. This fatal drive would have been the vessel's 14th trip to the remains of the Titanic. So those conspiracy theorists must have missed that the wreck has been thoroughly inspected. Or has it? Actually, Smile Money, I didn't realize it was the 14th trip. I knew it wasn't the first. You know, people acting like, oh, it's an experimental vessel, because several people were saying that because it's made multiple trips, that it got weakened with every trip. J-Dog agreed the VP9 is carried often. The VP9 is just a fucking awesome gun. The VP9, I can tell you what the VP9 did in my collection of EDC carries, is it pushed a lot of them to the I'm not carrying you anymore because there's a VP9. J-Dog probably not shotgun brews inside. Cheap old gun guy. One can only forget about time by making use of it, so... Watch your body! Watch your body! Watch your body! J-Dog, World of Wings and Superior is better.
Better than what?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Fuck. I can slather my own ass in special sauce and be better than Buffalo Wild Wings.
Well, I guess we could go to both and come all over her forehead to a conclusion. God, I will not drink a third one of these. Hector, you know, as long as you don't fart on Marshall, everything's okay. Fart on Miles instead. Speaking of Miles, did he finally buy Matt the $47 trailer tire? Watch your body! Watch your body! Watch your body!
That wasn't the fucking problem. I'm gonna say it right now. The trailer tire wasn't the fucking problem. A little burnt. And the fact that now the trailer tire is coming up is a complete deflection from the real fucking problem, which I'm not even gonna fucking go into any further than that, because peace.
Last girl was hotter than this one, but this one's still pretty hot. Why is that not black? Because there might be some on the bottom. If you feel the need to abort, I'm okay, because we may or may not have like 4 fucking cases of popcorn over there. I don't want you to be in bad popcorn. Because if I'm going to take any of it, I don't want that fucking shit to be burnt. It happens fast, though. Does this not look like a chick out of the 80s? Like Dancerama or She Got Spoo in Her Hair, the sequel.
She looks like she's trying to play witch or something. She's possessed.
They all are. Wish I could remember that meme that I've seen. I even showed it to Christine. She goes, yeah, well, I can't disagree. Something about the difference between psychotic and... Okay. Agent Mr. Cat. About to hit the rack. 2:50 a.m. here. Couldn't drive anymore. Stopped at a Hotel 6 on my way to South Carolina to see Hector on my way to Florida for the week. Oh, I hope you like... Did you get a tattoo on your ass that says exit only? Did you make sure to put like a cover just in case the tattoo doesn't work? I would just drive right past his fucking house. Just go to Florida, trust me. Just dropping by to say, hey, Eric. Oh, yeah.
Macho body! Macho body! Macho body!
These things do not get better tasting as they get warm.
Well, okay, I won't argue with that. McLean, free Michelob Matt. McLean, face down, ass up. The way we like to fuck. McLean, you should take your glasses off more often. I forget how pretty you are. McLean, I'm going on a strike. I will not take a drink or smoke anything until my boyfriend comes back. I'm serious, Eric. Now who's with me? Smile Money. I said I send you things that are for my enjoyment. Like... Is that a real word? I think it's supposed to be matches for you in your butthole. Thumbtacks, like the first lane free for you to shoot at dead on.
Send us some coffee.
I gotta bring the thumbtacks out. I got a couple tack drivers that I gotta prove. Next time we're allowed to go to Island Lake. Wade, there's an article that I read about hundreds of military-aged Chinese men entering from Mexico and being released into the country. It doesn't surprise me at all because we are being invaded, and seems how Joe Biden is bought and paid for by the Chinese government and should be executed as quickly as possible. Pay preview that bitch so that we can get some of our tax money back.
So, Eric, you think Donald Trump will be the 2024 presidential candidate for the...
At this rate, yes. The fucking liberals are handing it to him. Did I mention I have not had breakfast yet?
Dude, I offered to fucking take you out to breakfast.
Not today. That was yesterday. I can't have that for breakfast anymore. I'm not doing that shit anymore. It's not working out for me. Instead, I just drink alcohol in my house. I had coffee. I had coffee from the Kevmeister, the Kev dog.
What do you have for coffee?
We did a Patreon video thanking EMT Railfan for the coffee that he sent like 6 months ago.
6 fucking months? Jesus Christ.
Good thing it was sealed. Wade, liberals can't survive on their own. They depend on someone else to provide for them. That's why they cluster into big cities. Conservatives prefer the rural/country areas because we cherish self-reliance and independence. Absolutely. EMT, if you're waiting for the next brew girl, when you get to her, that's the one that you got. But when you get to the next girl, you say that you're going to wait for the next, meaning that you got this one by default, and the next two, it's like an endless train of girls that you got. Well played, master. EMT. screwed out of yesterday's bottle ship again. Here's a little more PC version of my shot. According to my records, this is the last to rule out. Number 5 being in the forbidden waters, so let's sink the sub with a little C4.
I'm guessing it's too late to crack open a can of spam.
Go ahead, I don't give a shit.
Fuck yeah.
C4 is a miss. And why did I just put a red peg in a miss spot? C4 is a miss. Did I miss some? The sub's already been sunk. And?
Watch your body! Watch your body! Watch your body!
Sharky? Oh, can't read that.
Sharky's here. We must be nearing the end of the comments.
Can't read that one. That's a Patreon. Can't read that one. Can't read that one. Sharky, cheers all. Robo-Vomi for the win. No guess. Nice. Here we go. Sharky, I can truly say I have no favorites amongst my children. But that's because I only just have the one that I know of and legally recognized. So there's that. It does have its ups and downs as puberty is upon us. What are you doing with it?
Cutting spam.
No.
Wait, why are you? Oh. I thought it was she.
No. Yeah, take that one. Actually, the first one was. I thought you were like opening the fucking can with it or
Fuck
something.
no!
We still want meat in our pivot point. Sharky, SH, always. Outro Asian Babe is a bit too much plastic for me. I realize it's not her. Okay. And just like that, we have put this bitch on the beach. Would you like some apple chunks for your...
No. I know what those are.
What did you open?
Bacon spam.
I'll take me a slice of that. Since how it's the first thing I've had today other than coffee and alcohol. I have some habanero bacon from Superior Meats upstairs.
Habanero bacon?
What the hell are we having for dinner today? Oh. Good thing it's not. Still have time to do the other thing.
So, if Jeremy and Caitlin do stay in the camper, you think they'd be pissed off I left them a picture of fucking, what's his name, Nicolas Cage in a frame on the fucking bedside table? Or on the pillow?
Does Jeremy give a shit?
No.
I know Christine hates Nicolas Cage.
Why did she hate Nicolas Cage?
Sure.
Who is it?
Before I get too much later, we should probably get to the other thing. This is the fluff stuff. The other stuff is mandatory. Then I have to get to cooking dinner. Cooking dinner. I'm not sure, but it kind of sounded like while we were doing this, we lost the marshmallow. First in the club. Oh, these are good cold.
Very good cold. Fucking once they start warming up, they taste like fucking If Rootbeer and Ass had a child, it would be this.
So, on the secret root beer scale, I guess when it's cold, I'd give it a 9. Because it just tastes like root beer with alcohol in it. As it warms up, it kind of gets this, like, vanilla plastic-like flavor to it.
Plastic is about as good a fucking description of that flavor as I can get.
Salty says, double naked freedom club. J-Dog is Heart Club Mr. Holster. Smile Money says, cheers to the red, white, and blue. Clubbers. Rich says, cheers, clubbers. Hector's sub-comment to him is naked. And then Hector says, in the club? As though there's a chance that he didn't make it. So let's not tell him that he made it.
Misspelled butt.
And that's that. Okay, we got some shit to do. And then I gotta get some chicken on the grill because it's like 45 minutes to an hour. So, okay, well, if the weather was really nice tomorrow, I went for a very long motorcycle ride with J-Dog. Of course, I haven't heard back from J-Dog, so...
Go to Hinkley and fix my foreman's garage doors.
He might have already pushed out on me. Why is there beer all over the monitor?
You want to go to Hinkley tomorrow?
No.
We'll stop at the casino.
That's like a threat, not a...
I'll give you $20.
Fucking casinos.
Blowjob. And lunch.